Hello everyone and welcome to video series of Excel VBA. In today's session we will learn about for each next statement. Okay. So we have two type of for loop or statement we can say. One is for each and second one is for next. Why we use for each? For each is used when we are not sure how many elements we have in our array or in our collection. At that time, we have to use for each. Okay, so for each next statement allow us to perform any action, or in technical term or VBA terms we can say statement of all the element in particular collection or array. One thing we have to remember that whenever we are using for each or for next, we we are able to work on a single element. If we want, like for example, if we have given in my range, I want to bold each and every word. So it will first in for each loop, it will bold first element or first cell, then perform all the action, and then it will come to second one. So we can't execute like in a for first one and second one, we can't bold at once. So this is the for each or for next elements. So let's see how we can perform for each loop or statement in our Excel. Okay, so for each works either on collection or on array. Okay, collection we have discussed in my previous video series, so you can refer for that. So let's see the action. For example, worksheet or sheet is the collection of worksheets. Okay, and I have like three sheets here. These are the collections, or these sheets are the collections of worksheets. So if I would just want to find out the name of each worksheet in my this one Excel, so how I can find out? So there I am know that this is only three sheets, so I can write it down manually here. But if there is a multiple sheet, like in 100 sheets I have, and I don't have the exact count also, so how that can be done? So let's see, let's start our VBA macro. So I'm just writing sub macro 1. Okay, so first thing we have to declare our item of collection. So I am using dim sh as worksheet. Worksheet. Okay, that I have defined. So now what I would like to do, I'll use for each sh in worksheets. So sh is worksheet and this is a worksheets. So worksheet is a collection of worksheets. So I'll press enter and I'll push next. So what I would like to do, I would like to say each worksheet name should become in my first sheet. Okay, so it will be start. So first I'll just give the I'll just initialize the I is nothing, it's just collect integer. So I'll just do this one, and instead of here I have to declare it's outside, because once it will be declared, so every time it will be initialized to I 1. So now what I'll do, I'll say cells, and I have to give the row index what is my I, and the column is 1. So it will say 1 comma 1 dot value or if we don't write the value also it will work, because value is internally implicitly defined by my VBA hierarchy. So I'll just write sh dot. If I'll say sh dot, it will say, it will, the every method and object will come here, so that will be comes. So this is my one method. I don't have the exact count of worksheets, how many this can be, thus 10, or it can be 12, 15, 17, anything. So I have not defined anything. In for statement we have to define, like, what is the initial. It will be start from, for example, it will be start from 1 and it will be end by 3. So we have to give, but for each we have not to provide anything. So let's run this macro, and what the result it will give, let's see. So I'm pressing the F8. So it will assign the I is equal to 1. So my cell 1.1 will be give the sheet name 1. So it will give me the test 1, and then it will go again. It will say, okay, it will not, it will change the my first shell. So I'll just do one thing more here. I'll just increment the value of I. A I is equal to I plus 1. So I'll just end it once again and I'll run this macro. So now the first value will come test 1, and then second value will come test. We'll go to the second row, and now it will go to the third row, and it will be end. So all the my sheets has been come here. So this is the one method where we work with for each for my collections. Okay, so this has been worked on collection. Now see how it will work on range or array, we can say. So I'll just type macro 2. So I'll define my range, dim rng as range, and what I'll say, I for each range in active sheets dot used range. Okay, and then I'll press the next. So I just want to find out how many elements are there in my active used range. So I'll just say message box and my range. Okay, so let's see this macro. So it will give me the entire value of test1 by message. So I'll just press the F8. I'll do the debug. It will give me the test1, and then test and test2, and then it will be end. So active sheet used range is defined to find out the used cell or column in my particular sheet. For example, if I'll write here like a test 3. Okay, so if I'll do first I'll declare how the active sheet used range is work. So I'll just use active sheet, it's an active sheet dot used range dot select. Okay, so how it's working, so I'll just press F8. So if you see that it has been selected the entire area where is the my last cell is there, so it will select the entire thing, and then it will go in that particular loop, or it will define, it will say how it can be used. So now if I'll write here, I'll test 1, it's a blank, it has been moved to the next column, then next, next, and blank, test 2, it's blank, and then test 3. So now it's ended. So this is the active sheet used range we can use in multiple method. So in part one first method we have used collections of like a worksheet is the collection of worksheets, and in second we have used the range or array, we can say. Range is an object also. It's just an object of worksheet. So we have used like it's an array because it's a multiple dimension array now. And for array we have discussed in my previous video. So how we can use this in another matter? For example, we have some inbuilt function also which has been given by VBA or Microsoft to us and we can use. So I'm just saying range dot value is equal to, I just want to say each and every item in my particular use range should be uppercase. So I'll use uppercase and range dot value. Okay, so now if I'll run this macro, so without debugging I'm just running this one. So here it is in a proper case, but when I'll run this one, I'll run this macro, then everything has been come in uppercase. The same thing we can use like in a lowercase also, and it's a lowercase. If I'll run this macro, so each and every item in my particular reused range has been changed to the lowercase now. So this is the another thing we can use. So there are a lot of things we can use. We can find out the how many counts of elements in my particular range. So all these things we can do, and in our later video session, if we when we are going to explore more thing as an example or we are solving some problem, then we will try to find out how this can be used. So how we can use the sheet method also? Okay, let's try one thing because I have seen lot of person are saying that I just want to do the create or I want to create an index for particular sheets. So whatever the sheets are there, it will be it should become as an index. So let's do one thing. In macro we will make some amendment and I'll say I is equal to 2. Okay, or I add some more sheet here. Sheet anything I can give like this, and this is my index. I can say index. Okay, this has been come. So now what I would like to do, for each sheet ws dot or it's a sh dot hyperlinks. So when we are pressing this one, so hyperlink is an index. So we will use the add method. So we have to add the hyperlink. So I'll just add and I'll press. The first thing is coming as an anchor as object. So what I would like to say cell dot my row will be increased, so I'll just giving the I and I want in first column only, so I'll press the this one and then it will ask for address as in a string, so I'll keep it blank and then so it asking me subs address, so for sub address I'll just give my worksheet name. So for doing the concatenate I'll just use ws dot or why I'm using ws is an sh dot name, and I have to give the address also for which cell I just want to give the hyperlink or which cell be activated when that particular sheet will be open. So I'm giving A1 and I'm closing this one. So this statement has been completed. Now I'll move to my next. What is the screen tip? Screen tip is optional, and we can say if we would like to say कि whenever the cursor will come there, what should become. So I'll just give the uh, hyperlink test. Okay. The next thing is coming, text to display. So I'm just giving the my worksheet name should be display there. So sh dot name should be display. And what is the next thing? Next thing, nothing. So that has been done. I'll press the enter here. I've given the increment, and that has been done. So it will give me the including the index also, it will give, because I have not given any condition like it should avoid the index. It will give me the sheet name, and it will give the hyperlink of each and every sheet in my index page. So let's run this program and find out how it will work. Okay, let's make it from first row only, because this is the one. So let's run. So when I am running this one, so what the result it will give. So I'll just run this one, and all the sheets has been come as hyperlinked. So when I'll click on this one, that you can see that hyperlink test is coming when I am moving my cursor here. Okay, so that is the tooltip text we can say. So if I'll click on the sheet number 5, so my sheet number 5 should be activated. So this has been activated, and this is I have given the A1. So if the cursor is on A1, so how this for each loop we can use to create the index also. So this has been done. So if we will add any more sheet, for example, I have just selected here, and if I'll say more sheet also, and if I'll go to my index once again, and I run my macro again, so the sheet will be increased, because we in for each, this is the advantage, we don't have to give the exact count. So whatever the count it will take from the collection or array, it will be display here. So if I'll run once again, then it will give me the remaining sheets name also. So that has been done. So for today's this is the how we can work with for each statement. And next, moving to my presentation. So in next session we will look for next statement, or we have to define the what is my start point and what is my end point for loop or for statement. So thanks for watching and keep learning. And if you like, please share and subscribe. And if you would like to have some problem which need to be solved on this particular channel, so I'll try to give the best solution as per my knowledge. Please comment it. So thank you.